Hi everyone and welcome to this unboxing video for Battle of the Bands. Now Battle of the Bands is a game that Ray and I got a chance to look at the UK Games Expo 2016, and we were also lucky enough to be given this review copy. The game's launching on Kickstarter soon, so we thought we'd give you a look at what's inside the box and what you'll be getting. Now bear in mind this is a pre-production copy of the game, so the internals aren't exactly the same as what you'll be getting, but the components themselves are okay, but this is just a basic box. So Battle of the Bands is a game where 3 to 5 players can play together as musicians, and you're all playing individually in that you're all aiming to get to a certain number of fans to win the game. But there's a lot of collaboration and bartering and bargaining between the players as you try to get the various components of a band together, and the more bands you get, the more fans and equipment you get, which you can then use in later tours. So yeah, everyone has to sort of be happy with what they've come up with, all agree. If someone doesn't agree, they can just withdraw at any time. So it's a great little social game, very easy to learn. The rules aren't that difficult at all. We had a quick play test, and the game says it lasts 45 minutes. That's pretty much spot on based on the testing that we've done, and everyone really enjoyed it. So let's crack the box open and take a look at what's inside. So first thing you'll notice is this. So this is kind of the unique thing about this game, in that the game board is a t-shirt. So we'll just separate all the cards out. As I say, there's no internals to this box because it's not a production one. So we'll just put this to one side for a moment. And if we look at the shirt, so we have a t-shirt here, and on the back it just says Battle of the Bands. But on the front, you have the game board. So as you can see, as you go through the game, you place the various components of a band down. So you've got hype, chops, riffs, gear, and then for the higher level bands you need more fans. And these ones here, the black ones, are the ones that when you fill them at the end of a round, you get the spoils, which you divide amongst everyone. But the black squares are fans and the grey squares are equipment. So what you'll do is you'll start at the bottom, and for the first couple of rounds, someone might be able to form a band here for themselves and just get all the spoils back. But as you go through the game and need to get more bands together to make better tours, so you can get better equipment and more fans, again, that's where the bargaining aspect comes in. So you all talk to each other and say, oh, have you got one of these that you can put here? And someone might have a better one, and they can say, oh, I want to put this here. But at the end of the round, everyone puts their little player marker, which I'll show you, on a square, and there's only one allowed in each column. So one player could put his here, another player could put his here, and those are the cards that you get to keep at the end of the round, but also they determine the order in which you share the spoils at the end of the round. So someone might say, oh, I've got a number 4 gear that I can put here, but I want first pick at the end of the round, so I'm going to put my badge in this column. So, and someone else can go, no, I don't want you to do that, and then they can go, okay, well, I'll take my gear away. So that's where the bargaining aspect comes in. So we've got that, so let's have a quick look at the cards. I'll leave that there. So you've got different types of cards. So these are the cards that the equipment are. So as you can see, the different colours match with the colours here. So I love the sort of 8-bit retro art style of these cards. They're really cool. So you've got gear, hype, riffs and chops, and you've got numbers 0 to I think it's 4 in each suit. If we just find one that's got a number on, there's number 1 and number 2 hype, riffs and some chops. So you could make a band like that, but then someone else could come along and say, no, actually I've got some better chops than that, so I'm going to replace mine with that. But then I want to put my play marker. So the play markers are all little badges here with little pictures on them. And yeah. So a player puts his on there and they get to keep that card, but then they also have to, they get second pick in that round if there's someone else that's got their marker there. Also at the start of the game, everyone gets these passion cards, which are just like wild cards, and they just count as 1 of any type. But you may get rid of those quite quickly as you use them to fill in gaps, and then they just get discarded at the end of the round. So that's what the cards look like. And you've also got the fan cards as well, which are the same sort of art style. Again, the aim of the game is to get to 27 fans. So as you can see, some of them have got 4 on, but there's also lots of 1s and 2s, and there's a few 3s in there as well. And then as soon as you get that number of fans, you've won the game. So that's a very quick look at the components inside the box. And so the game is launching on Kickstarter soon, so there'll be a lot more in-depth reviews of the rules and things like that on Kickstarter. Here's the rulebook that comes with the press copy that we got. So I'm sure the final version will be very similar to that. So that's a quick look at Battle of the Bands coming to Kickstarter soon.